this right here.
Okay, we starting off with a little music, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Switch it up a little
This
bit.
Usher?
Smooth.
This is the new Usher?
Young Swisher. This is better.
I've been running.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I want to welcome everybody to
Gonna lose me.
Just a Regular Podcast,
Running. Gonna lose me.
episode 38.
Episode 38, we up there.
On the road to 100.
To a Honda.
First guest on the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got a special guest today.
Special guest on the show.
As always,
Gonna lose me.
la verdadera caca.
You gotta do it the right way. You gotta do it the right way.
Man.
Hey, word. Hey, man,
Yes,
how
sir.
y'all doing? We magical. Tight, bitch.
Starts off with a curse.
Well, that's part of
That's
something.
part
There's
of it.
purpose. There's purpose.
Bitch
to
is
some,
not a word. That's just a female dog. So
There's purpose
That's
to
what I
some
was told.
curses. That's what I found. There's
Wow.
purpose to some curb.
Wow.
All right. Let's set it off, man. Today's a special episode, I would say.
yes,
Very
it
special,
is.
very
Yes, it
special.
is. We have
Very
a very our
yourself
first guest on the podcast for the very first time on Just a Regular Podcast. Today we have what's his name?
Monge.
What's his name?
Manji.
Monge.
One
One time for the one time, Monge on the podcast,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Air that.
Monge, I like to start off by saying thank you so much for being here with us, man.
Yes.
We truly appreciate it. I think you, out of many other people also on social media, are very inspirational to many other people who watch you guys and follow you guys. So thank you for taking the time out of your very busy life to be here with us and share some of your knowledge with us today, man.
Sir, man.
Really appreciate it.
Happy to have you on the show, man.
Appreciate you.
Already
I'm
know,
very excited.
man.
And this is history in the making. You're the first person we're interviewing, man.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel being the
Yeah.
first person on our podcast, bro?
Well, feels good. Feels good. It's unique because you guys are doing all the hard work, right?
Right.
So let's also take this moment to give y'all credit for 38 episodes. Like, come on now.
Thank you, bro. One time for the JURP boys,
time.
man.
One time for the jerk, boys.
Yeah.
And with that, I guess let's present ourselves for the 38th time. This is the 38th
Yes, sir.
episode. Y'all already know who it is. It's AOC, laughing loudly to the left of me and to the right of you.
Yo, it's your boy Rem, a.k.a. Rem de la Creme, a.k.a. We here, man. That's all I got.
La verdadera caca,
La verdadera
caca,
ganga.
caca. To the right of me and to the left of y'all.
NF produciendo de este lado, como siempre entregado. Vamos a lo que vinimos.
And to the far left. Okay, we just presented them, but let's present them again.
You
Shout out
already
to
know, one
Monge,
more
man.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm excited, man.
You should be, man. Having a guest on the pod is a very exciting thing. It's like nerve-wracking because I'm like, damn, what do we talk about? What do we ask? What do we say? What don't we say? You know what I'm saying? What don't you ask? Because you want to respect boundaries of people and things like that too. So
Yeah, fair warning. We warned them. Off screen, we warned them.
Yeah,
well, we warned him, but we also warned y'all before y'all started watching this 38 episoes ago. So like, if you're here, it's because you want to be here.
and I was going to say, we warned them about you.
We got to put a disclosure about him before every episode, actually.
That's a separate warning.
But this is just a regular podcast.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna get the truth.
Yeah.
Like, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, if
Okay,
we're not
that's facts.
authentic, we're not doing it right.
Hey, yo, bro, you might
That's
take my
facts.
job. Shut up.
Oh, see?
That's why we need a replacement.
That's the sound. That's the sound.
You see
Gotcha,
why we
Just
firing
saying, messing
higher?
up already. But since we're on that topic, behind the TV, we got the
Lawyer!
and any wild-ish, because we're trying to not curse, is going to get a
Whoa! Y'all be careful with that.
yeah, be careful. Let's get it popping.
Before we go any further, man, Monge, you are on the podcast with us today, man. But the people on the other side of the camera, they don't know who you are. So why don't you give us a little introduction as to who Monge is?
Absolutely. So my name is Andrew Monge. I am a productivity coach. I am a very positive person that likes to give out positivity.
I can vouch for that.
And receive positivity. You feel me? It's both ways.
Yes, sir.
And I like to share my potential to express potential in other people. That's it.
Very nice, very nice. I like that, man.
One time for
One
that.
time, man. I wouldn't say that's it, because that's actually very powerful. It's very difficult to be positive at times. That's just a reality of life.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard on another podcast, you are very positive, man.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, we heard.
Appreciate that.
There's certain things, like certain levels to positivity, but when you go out of your way to like spread it at every single like interaction that you have with other humans, and this is just me sharing little knowledge from Monge. Monge used to tell people that he loved them, like at the what was it?
At the drive-through.
At the drive-throughs.
At the coin thing when you're going from Jersey to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, when you crossing the borders, like, so like he would pay them and then he would tell them like that he loves them, and I'm like, Monge, that's another level of positivity, bro. But the idea behind it, it kind of makes sense if you pay attention to it. It's like you're spreading a good positive emotion. Right. I love you. Maybe that person hasn't had anyone tell them that they loved them in a while. So to hear it from a random person passing by, can you imagine how shitty that job's got to be?
Yeah.
All you do is collect money all day and then like, here's your change, here's your change. And then here comes a random ass person, I love you. And you're like, what the fuck was that? Was that my ex? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that gets a whoa. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think that was like one of the most random things that I've heard that you've done and I seen you do, that I kind of like sat back on and was like, bro, that's amazing. Like you're actually like spreading love to other people, whether you know them or not. That shouldn't matter. You still want positive emotions for them, and you still want to give them a positive impression of you. Yeah. They didn't even meet you really. They just took your money, but now they know you love them. Now they feel better about themselves. That changed my whole day.
Yeah.
If you said that shit to me randomly and I was working that job, bro, I'd be like, man, I'm happy as hell now. Somebody loves me out here.
Like you said, even if they didn't know you on a personal level, you doing that, you'll always be that guy to them. Mm-hmm. You know why? More often than not, what are they getting? Attitude from somebody. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
Cause and if shit, it's a real poopy job, you know what I'm saying? So you're and that then, one guy.
And then if you think about it, like our life right now, society is very fast paced, and especially like that job, right? Or like a drive-through or something that's like quick with it, right? By saying I love you, genuine or not, right? Even if you're joking around, they're gonna take a second to slow down. Yeah. They just became present. Yeah. Like you just helped that prosper for them. And they can take that with them to the next person or their next job or whatever else they do. And that's just going to help.
That
makes sense.
In the worst case scenario, that was the upside of their day.
Yeah. So in the worst case. That's dope. I like how you said that. That's dope.
I make stuff as I go.
So, that's facts.
That's facts.
I was going to say, was this something you always had, or did you develop it over time? Like, how did positivity...
Well, I must say, from little, my dad has always been a funny guy. He's always went out his way to go come up with a dad joke or a funny, like, let me ask you a question and, like, you know, try to make you laugh. So I definitely did get at least the funny aspect from my dad, right? And then, like, from there, I just molded to myself to where I can, like, you know, add positivity with that humor. Like... I think laughing is so important to like hype ourselves up, to hype other people up. So it's just like the more you laugh, the easier it is to be positive, the easier it is to create good energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It changes the atmosphere. Like when people are laughing, like if I'm in a room and everybody's just like posted, I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. I
got my job.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm uncomfortable, bro. Like I don't know what's gonna happen next. But if everybody's like laughing, giggling, sharing like a joke or something, whatever, like I'm more like, I like this environment.
You somewhat disarm. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you become the energy that
but that's facts with everything, right? Like you kind of consume whatever energy is around you, and then like all of a sudden you find yourself happy as hell going into a room full of people who are posted up, and then now you go in that room and all of a sudden you mad. Now you won't fight everybody in there, right? Like It's
Right.
not exactly how it happens, but those things happen where your energy changes when you go into different rooms.
Yeah, and I feel like laughter and comedy do a good job of disarming people, though. Like, because like he said, it might be a thing that person's not necessarily angry, but they don't know everybody in the room, so they got to keep we just have an innate thing to just keep our guard up if we don't
Yeah.
trust a person.
Yeah.
and I feel like laughter makes way to start maybe not fully trusting a person, but trusting the space that you're in to have a good positive conversation.
Yeah, to put the guard down and just
Yeah.
open up more. Absolutely. And like, if I can give y'all guys credit, y'all laugh every single episode.
Yeah.
So like, you guys are sharing positivity. You guys are coming into this with a good attitude and giving that out there. So like, yo, we gonna have a funny, positive podcast. So thank you guys.
Hey,
All
man,
right.
let's get it.
Shout
Shout
out to
out
that.
For
That's
sure.
a good energy.
I definitely think that's something that we before the podcast we did that. I feel like that's why we did the
Yeah.
podcast, because we have that about us where it's like when we're together, yeah, we'll talk about our problems and like we'll try to like see if someone can help us resolve them by just like sharing the information. Like
Right.
I'm going through this, dealing with that. Like if I say something to them, like I'm dealing with some shit, they'll give me some advice to kind of like go through it. But when we're together, it's really like laughing, enjoying the time that you have together with the friends that you have, right? So I think because we were able to do that off the camera, like behind the camera, we were able to transition into being in front of the camera doing the same thing. What we did was just not become different people in front of the camera. We just like kept
Yeah.
our own personalities.
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of like easier to transition and be able to kind of release the content for people. Some things are uncomfortable. I feel like
Yeah, I mean-
we hit those spots, but even when you hit those spots, you got to kind of like just go through it and just be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But the other stuff that you're saying, the positive side of it, and how we are with each other, and how we laugh and we joke and all that, makes that part, I would say, a little less hard than it would be if we didn't have that with each
Oh
other.
yeah.
Also, it's way less effort. Like you said, we're putting this out because we were doing this without the camera to
Yeah,
begin
yeah,
with, you know? So,
Can you imagine though if like the three of us just showed up every episode and was just like,
Yeah, it would
fuck
be,
y'all looking
it
at?
would be the wrong. It would be the wrong energy, and that's just going.
Yeah.
Stuff wouldn't come out. Like we
lot-
wouldn't be where we are.
a lot of silence,
right
yeah.
now.
It wouldn't have the organic feeling to it.
Yeah.
But look, that's a lot. Before we proceed rambling about us, three things that I would like for you to share so people can get more details about you is
Yes.
who were you in the past? Who are you today? And who is Andrew Monge becoming?
Great question.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Sorry to put you on the spot like that, but like
Right.
you're like right in front of the light, so
No
it
pressure.
just makes sense.
We're
like,
just
you
a
know-
regular podcast. bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, I definitely was a people's pleaser, and the reason being is because I have a younger autistic sister who got a lot of my parents' attention when we was little, and not to say my parents didn't love me, but the time wasn't the same. Like
Right.
I remember I would go to soccer practice or soccer games, and my parents won't be there because my sister couldn't be out, on the field or with too many people.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of got that notion of not being able to have that attention. So as I was growing up in like high school and stuff like that, that's where you really get to know yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, I was definitely doing everything for other people. If they ask for money, real quick, I got you. If they ask for a ride, real quick, I got you, right? Like anything and everything, just so that I can get that attention, right? And that actually like put me down. Like I wasn't able to really know who I was or grow because I would put other people first before me, right? So like it got to the point where I got in trouble for like, thinking about others so much and like doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to please others. And I mean, granted, it was my decision. I don't take it back or nothing, but like that was a big part because I craved that attention. And who I am now is somebody who's very aware, right? Not only did I learn from my past, but I'm continuously learning about myself. Albert Einstein had this great quote that said, "Why is it that when kids are little, they're always asking questions, but when you're an adult, you stop asking questions? It's because you think you know it all." So once I found out that quote, I started asking myself tough questions like, what do I love, right? What are 3 things I am grateful for right now? Where do I see myself in the future, right? Like anything like that. Now I started writing things down and like visualizing it and actually putting it to action. So like right now, I'm the most energetic person, right? I'm someone who loves to laugh and have a great time,
Yeah.
but at my time,
Oh, okay.
you know? And then where I see myself in the future is just amplifying who I currently am right now. But just imagine, my goal, of course, as everyone, is to make money, right? But do it in a way that's impacting others.
Right.
So like, if I'm a giving person, I'm gonna be more of a giver in the future. If I was an asshole, I'll just be a bigger asshole in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
But like that's how I envision it right now, and I'm just working and striving to get there.
Nice,
I love that, man.
Man,
Yeah.
I love that. That was very.
I'll
put
say
together.
I feel like that is what I can see your future being, because you are like that today. And I also feel like for as long as I've known you, you've been like that. Like you always been a good friend to everybody, including myself, but not just me, because you've been friends with a lot of the people around me, and I've seen you be a good friend to those people. So like you're just maybe that was what you saw before, where it's like you're trying to please others first. But from, I guess, my perspective, it was like, damn, he's been a good friend. He's going out of his way for that person and that person. So I feel like I definitely seen you go out of your way for other people very often in the past. Which to me is a good trait, but like you said, it could be like you forget about yourself along the way of doing that. So I wish you a lot of luck in that, man, because I feel like you deserve it. You put in the work for it now, and I feel like you'll deserve what's coming to you later, which is a lot of blessings.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna pay
Appreciate
off,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
You got that consistency in you, so just keep going, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, speaking of consistency, like, it's not just me being consistent individually. I prosper my consistency from being around other people who are consistent.
Okay.
Right? So, like, I mean, I'm bringing it back up to you guys. Like, 38 episodes consistently.
Dang you, man.
There's a
Yeah.
reason why I'm here, right? Like, if y'all was just doing this once in a blue, right? Like, why am I going to give you my energy and my time? Right?
Right.
That's a
But
good point.
now I'm feeding off of y'all energy, and now I'm going to be consistent out there.
Right.
You know? When I work out, I'm not working out by myself. I get the energy from the other people at the gym or like my trainers and just like kill it because I'm feeding off of their consistent energy.
It stacks up.
It stacks up, you know? Like, I don't think success unshared is failure.
Yes.
Right? So, like,
bars.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm about to bars.
Give him bars of the
Take the
day.
kneecaps off, boy.
Bars of the day brought to you by Monge.
Bars.
That's good. That's
the day.
I feel like that's a fact too.
Brought
though.
to you by Monge.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we might rip that page of it, but there's no mic. We took that page already. Put it on.
It's going on the sticky note board.
Yeah. Put it over here. Yeah. Wow, man.
That's very true,
was
though.
fire. That's true.
It
Yeah.
just makes sense.
I can't take all the credit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's good people out there, and you surround yourself by the good people that help you grow.
Yeah.
You know, when you block your blessings, like, it's even harder just to do it on your own.
It's almost that's what you bring in your life, what you're putting out. So if you're putting out selfishness and closing off doors, I guess, for others in certain aspects, whether it's big or small, you're bound to do the same for yourself because that's what you're inviting,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And talking about a negative side, people get the positive side from what you do, right? That's what we put online. I feel like we always try to put our best self forward and when we're especially when we're meeting new people. But I think we do the same here. But what are some of the challenges, I guess?
Love that word.
Yeah.
That's one of my
what you're
favorite
doing?
words.
Everybody sees the good. You know, and nobody sees, I don't want to say chink in the armor because everything adds to growth regardless, and it's never a failure. Rem taught me that some time back, is that it's never a failure, it's always a
A
lesson.
failure is a lesson in disguise.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
tell-
yeah.
Don't start, man. We're gonna be here all day. Fire. But yeah, no. And ever since he said that a couple of years back, that always clicks back. That's true. So, but that being said, what is the most difficult part? It doesn't have to be of your day, but basically when you first started this, or you wanted to start it, what were the biggest hurdles that obviously you got around because you're doing it today, you know? But what were the things that you were like, all right, I need to take a step back, I need to study this, or I need to scrape up some money to do this? What was difficult for you to do what you're doing now?
So, understanding that depression and challenges are supposed to happen. There's more negativity in the world than there is positivity,
Facts.
right?
Yeah.
So like it could come randomly, it could come by choice. The hardest ones is when they come by choice. When you make a mistake, when you fuck up, and like you have to now own it or try to fix it or let it go, right?
Yeah.
And the thing of it is that you have to constantly remind yourself that happiness is a choice.
Yeah.
You know, so like every day I start the day with something that makes me happy, or I set some type of trigger that just sparks a sense of joy or positivity to help make the day go by easier.
Okay.
You know, so like whether it's drinking my favorite drink, right, which is 3D, love 3Ds,
Right.
which is sending.
What is 3D? That's an energy drink?
It is an energy drink.
Okay.
But it's like happiness in a can. Like, especially.
So for loco.
Not that one.
No,
it's
not
not
that
from
type.
Trend. No.
Oh, it's
3D sponsored by Monge.
Yeah. But like, no, as soon as you take a sip, for me personally,
Right.
like I get a smile, right? So why don't I want to have that drink like every single day,
Right.
right? It could be as easy as sending somebody a text like, yo, you're killing it today. Like, keep it going, you know?
Yeah.
Something like those type of things, or like giving my little sister a hug every single day before I leave. I could be late for work, but I'm not gonna miss not giving my sister a hug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I make sure I get those things done before I get out the door.
Right.
To like be prepared. It's kind of like my armor.
Yeah.
I think you called those your non-negotiables before, right?
Non-negotiable.
Ooh, that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Bars
Damn.
of the day. Monge brought you the bars.
I didn't know he was a rapper.
Yeah, man.
You want to do music after this, bro?
These bars that Monge said were sponsored by Monge.
So essentially, you're saying that it's highly important to have those non-negotiables to deal with the challenges that you're gonna face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, what are some of those challenges that you have faced along the way to becoming this person that you are?
Well, first it's all right. So you know how people sometimes think that they're afraid of failure?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid of success. Because I never really had it.
Yeah.
And not to say I'm not successful,
Yeah.
but as far as like how I envision it, I've made a lot of decisions that got me to start back to zero
Yeah.
financially. And I mean, in my opinion, in this day and age, if a man don't got money, how can he support himself or support others or show love or like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Grow, prosper. So like all of my 20s, I've made a variations of decisions that got me back to zero.
Yeah.
You know, a couple examples. I've been arrested before for selling weed multiple times. Another decision was I opened up a bodega in downtown Trenton, which is also a corner store for the listeners that don't know what a bodega is, right? I invested all my money into that,
Yeah.
and it failed.
Yeah.
So I had to sell it, and that left me depressed.
Yeah.
Decisions with like friends, you know, that are like either toxic or just not supportive enough, that just drain the energy,
Yeah.
right? Like things like that.
That's kind of like the worst way to waste your money.
Yeah,
your time.
Yeah, but let me interject real quick. You said back to zero, but it's good that you said financially, because I don't really think we go back to zero. Just
Correct.
living, just days passing by, you're growing regardless. You might have been down on your luck and money those times that you're speaking on, but that knowledge, you didn't have it before. You have it now. You know what to evade. You know the difference between doing something a certain way and then. I'm sorry.
My bad.
No, go ahead.
No, you on a roll. I don't want to stop you.
No, we done.
You kind of already stopped them already.
Damn, now I don't know what to say now.
No, it's yeah, no. I was just saying, like, don't. I don't think it would be true to say that you start from 0-0. So if you met your pockets, yeah, but your
Absolutely.
knowledge is important.
That's what I'm saying. If it's the pockets, it's 0. But if it's like what you learn from it, then it's really not 0.
Absolutely. At the time, right? I'm speaking based off the past because at the time, I felt like I was just existing, not living.
Wow.
Right? So this is now at this stage in my life, this is where I'm learning that those decisions and that character that I was is not who I want to be.
Right.
But I mean, of course, it's inevitable at that time. It's hard to always stay positive when you have $0 in a bank account.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, and most importantly, after you've been hustling to try and make
and bills keep coming in. They don't go away.
Coming.
They don't get tired. They don't get sick. And they're on they on schedule.
Can somebody give the bills for like a month, bro? Somebody put the bills on the.
Tell the bills to chill out, man.
Call out one day.
Or once 1 month.
1 month.
You're gonna have to scratch the C word out because YouTube don't like that. The algorithm don't like that. I didn't think about it. You're gonna have to take the P word and the C word out.
It's fine.
Word. So those hurdles, they were in the past, and you're able to sit here today. So they didn't really stop you, right?
Because I'm not afraid of failure. I know how to get out of it so many times. I kind of got to the point where I kind of expect it. So I prepare myself. Preparation is key. The more prepared you are, the less likely you are to fail, right? So like once I learned that, I don't put stuff in my way that's gonna stop me.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That makes sense, man.
I was gonna ask. You say you're afraid of success because you don't know what to expect from it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never thought about it like that.
But it clicks.
Would you embrace it when it's here?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I would even say now to the point where like I'm learning to embrace smaller wins, smaller success.
Yeah.
Like this right here is a success to me. So like y'all part of my success right now. Right?
Hey, you guys be part of that, man.
That's nice.
You know? Like
that means a lot, man.
How many other people can say they've been interviewed on a podcast?
That's true.
That's facts.
You ever been in an interview? I don't think so. Get on my face.
You know, so like, so I'm embracing this and I'm taking this momentum on to the next one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Word, man.
How about this? How many people could say they've been on multiple podcasts? Because you have. I don't know if the people don't know that or do, but
More than one.
come on,
You also got your own, right?
It's coming.
So,
it's coming.
as it
I
should,
feel like
man.
come on, bro.
I feel like you really everywhere. You're already being successful, planting your seeds of success everywhere. So
Yeah, man.
that's good,
Yeah.
man.
I was gonna say I see him on Instagram like almost every day. I would say you start early too with your workout. And I always I don't go on Instagram unless it's to see something that's gonna motivate me. Like I don't go on there for the big booties and nothing like that. You know, I get in trouble. But
We gotta say that.
but one of the first people I see is him and his stories working out, doing something that I'm like, damn, I don't know if I could even try that. Like some good calisthenics stuff like that.
The two things about that is like one, just like you guys said earlier, when you give it out, you receive it back. Right. So like, I want as much positivity back as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's my own selfishness. Right. But the second thing is that when you work out in the morning, right? This is just my opinion as far as working out in the morning time. When you push your body to go hard, whatever little bullshit that happens throughout the day, whether at work, whether with your partner, with your boo, whether with family, whether with like friends or whatever, you already put yourself through some shit.
Yeah.
So like, if you did it to yourself, that stuff is not gonna
That
bother
next
you.
thing is minuscule.
That's
Yeah,
nothing.
it doesn't
That's
affect
little.
you.
That's minuscule. You know, so like
It lessens the blow.
it lessens the
BS
blow.
Of the day.
Exactly. That goes back to the preparation.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Gotcha,
Mm-hmm.
man.
That. So wake up early,
Yeah.
get your exercise in, and then fuck everybody up.
Well, now let me ask you guys: what is one thing that you guys do to make yourself happy on a day to day? It could be big or small.
Who wants to go first? Do we go?
Start over there.
I got two things.
There you go.
So, like when I see a post, I go to the gym. So working out
No.
is one thing,
Don't
and
look at me
then
when you say that.
Directly into your soul.
I wasn't on purpose, bro.
I'm here laying bare, bro, with my vulnerabilities. Go ahead.
So working out is one thing, and then I would say like I try to do 1% of music every day.
Fire.
So I either practice my guitar and record my progress, or just try to make a beat or write some vocals, something that's gonna keep me, I guess, sharp. So
Okay.
that's how.
That's
Keep
fire.
you on your toes.
That's
Absolutely.
fire. If we're saying non-negotiable, like you said, beautiful term, by the way. I would say mine are, or things that I need to do to get my day going. So I never looked at it like, oh, this makes my day good. I was kind of looked at it, if I don't do this, right, since I started doing these things, I'm about to have a bad day. Not to wish that on myself, but it's just, I know. So the one thing is I need to, I kiss my girl, even if she's sleeping. She hates it. She's like, because she's all sleeping because I wake up first.
Yeah.
But I kiss my girl, say I love you. I kiss our dog, say I love you. That's the first thing. The second thing is meditation, right? It's gotten to the point where if I'm running late because life happens and I happen, and I'm responsible for my actions. If I procrastinate, I gotta get out the house. It's to the point where it won't be a full meditation, but in the car it'll be, no music, the phone is on silent. I haven't read the text, anything. I'm just driving, And when I get to the parking lot at the job, that's when I'll look at morning texts, say good morning to my boys, because these two gentlemen are a big part of my life, and they add to my life. So say hi to my boys, and then get my day started. And I might not even look at the rest of the text if it's not like my mom or them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
But those two things are key. Saying bye to my girl in the morning, the dog, and meditating. It changes. It is a completely different day when I do it than when I don't do it.
I like it.
They say meditation is like probably the best thing you could do as soon as you wake up in the morning, because once you gain that concentration, that groundness with yourself, just like he said with the working out, everything else just reflects of you. You don't absorb it because you're so like connected with yourself that that all of those little perks of things that are happening are kind of meaningless.
Yeah, I would attest to that. Yeah.
I like your answer, man. You just got me in trouble. I'll tell you why later.
I could tell why. I think that'll get me in trouble too if I didn't do that, but I do that, so I'm good. Sorry.
Don't edit this part. Don't keep this part.
You're gonna have to put bleep, 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 bleep the whole time
Just
you're
one
talking.
long bleep.
Or we'll be back after this commercial. The one thing I do for myself to make sure that I'm happy now, every single day, is make sure that I get my 1% done of my dailies. I have a daily routine in the studio, which is I have to practice my guitar. I have to practice my piano. You know what I'm saying? Before I had some workouts and things that I had on that list that I would not break, I ended up hurting myself. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not even mad at that because I still have the other things that I could do. It did damage me for a little bit, and I could tell the difference in my happiness because I wasn't able to do those things. But as soon as I snapped out of it and I started doing them again, I realized that doing those things daily, every day, they make me happy. I'm not breaking that. That's my non-negotiables. And then as far as like kissing my girl and telling her I love her before I leave the house, that's like guaranteed. And that's mostly like for my own safety, Because if I don't give her a kiss before I leave the house, she'll call me and be like, "Where are you going?" But I think
How
that's
you
big.
think I feel?
That's big for me because as soon as she gives me that kiss before I leave the house, I feel protected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I call it the spell kiss. It's a spell she puts on me. It's a protection spell to make sure that like anything and everything that I encounter on the road. Currently, I'm doing DoorDash, so I'm on the road all day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with different people in different stores and different energies. Me, I don't absorb nothing. I go in there, I got the food, I'm out. I drop it off, I'm done. I'm not really trying to conversate with people. Not because I don't like talking to people. I'm a little antisocial, yes, but that's not the reason. It's just so I don't absorb anything negative. I'd rather avoid it overall for my own safety. Because I know how I can be, like, start talking to a person, they start sharing a story or their day, or the person in front of me is irritating them. Guess who's next? I'm getting some of that sauce.
Somehow you end
So
up
for
in-
me, it's like
Guess who's next?
the quicker I can make the interaction with people, the better for me, for my own protection. Because I have a shell around me that is protecting me. So before I leave the house, again, it's for my own safety because she will kill me. But it's also because it makes me feel better knowing that, like, I love you. I'll be right back for you. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm gone, I'm thinking, like, I have that special someone to go back to also.
Fire.
But my non-negotiables right now are always make sure that, my dogs, I got to walk them 3 miles a day. Otherwise, they give me I'm going to kill you, I'm going to bite you, I'm going to destroy something in here. You're not going to like it anyway. So they've been on that 3 miles a day for a little bit now. And I guess that's mainly my don't break routine right there, my dailies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And like, if you guys take a second to think about it, like, you guys are doing it right because, like, mostly everyone always thinks, like, yo, how do I create new energy?
Yeah.
Yo, you also have to protect your energy.
You have to.
that's
You know, so it's like, it has to be both.
Yeah.
You know, and from everything that you guys have said, it has been both. So this is why, like, I feel like we're in a good space right now.
Yeah.
You know, and with the opportunity to grow more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
And on
Bars
the
again.
path with the mentality to keep growing, I feel, because that's our thing. The reason we're so consistent is because we know where we want to get to, and we're not letting nothing stop us. I mean, we have some occasions where
Road
it feels
blockages.
like, damn, like, yo, somebody's out there literally killing bears and buffaloes right now, just throw it in
Life has tried.
to stop
Yeah.
us. But the thing is, we know where we want to get, and nothing is going to get in the way of that.
Well, let me ask you, now that we're on this topic, right?
Yeah.
What is y'all intentions for this podcast? And like, just how you were explaining, like, there has been some roadblocks.
Yeah.
Like, where do you guys see this going in the future?
Okay. Do you want us to answer individually?
Give it to him.
Yeah. Give it to yeah.
Lord.
The boy.
So first I'll tell you a little history, how it started. Me and C were the original podcast. We started a podcast.
I'm a guest here too.
We did
Never
You got hired.
we did 2 episodes, 3 episodes in total.
Yeah, first time because we tried it a
Yeah.
couple times.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we failed, and we also failed to learn from it. We just completely stopped and just decided to make a bunch of excuses for why we couldn't do it, you know, caring about people not that we knew not supporting us. That was a big
That was a
thing.
big one.
That was like one of the biggest hurdles to get over, because like I'm a people person, and like to see people that you like them and then they don't give that back, like, or if they do something, you support them, but they don't give you that back, it kind of stings a little bit.
It
you know
goes
what
back
I'm
to the
saying?
people pleasing.
Yeah.
Where you people please. There's different reasons to do it. You did it for attention, but I feel like another reason might be just because that makes you happy seeing people. So when they don't reciprocate that, it just kind of hurts.
The energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or did.
So that stung a couple times, and then we quit on it. And then we just decided one day, yo, we should pick this back up. And like he said earlier, we already had, like NF said earlier, we already had these conversations like off camera. This is what we do. We just sit there and talk. We just decided to put it out as content. At first, I would say it was for us
Yeah.
before it was for anybody, which without thinking, that was how it should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like to add on that. I think it still is for us.
Yeah, well, it still is for us.
It just feels like it's growing now, so it's given to the public, but it's still like we're doing this for us
Yeah.
overall, and that's how it's really been from the beginning.
Yeah, but I'd like to say we try to cater to the public more than when
course.
we started.
More than when we started, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but you're
then-
right. Ultimate, like it starts with us.
Yeah.
It starts with. All right, I'll stop.
Yeah, and then as far as where we want to take it, I feel like first, like we want to help people. So the more people we help, the more we grow.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just gonna be like a big warehouse with like a bunch of production teams just working on not only our podcast, but we want to help other people start podcasts.
Yeah.
Because when I talk to certain people, they're like, "Yo, how did you start? Like, what do you got to do? What you got to know?" And in my head, maybe because we've been doing it for a while, it's simple. So if it's simple, that means it'll be simple to share with someone so that they can know how to do this, and just big production.
Damn. I want to add on that. Maybe I don't know if my partners agree. I don't think I've said this out loud. I disagree with you. Yeah, disagree. But to all that he said collectively, but also it gives us tools. I feel like anything who we are today, what NF does, what REM does, what AOC does, started from us just trying stuff. So much, bro. We've done music videos. We've done the whole night, 9, and it's always been, yo, let's try this. Yo, okay, let's try it. And then we try it. And it might be horrible. It might not be that bad. It might be good. Wherever it lands, we learned a little something. And we try it again.
Yeah.
And these are the only 2 people that I've met that are like me in that regard. And I'm like, yo, we're glue.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me? Even if independently, okay, it's something that Rem wants to do, and I don't really want to do that, or NF doesn't really want to do that consistently to make it into something, then we help him do that. Then NF has something that we know a little about, but we don't want to expand. It's always, there's never, I don't think there's ever like a no. It's like, well, you know what? I don't feel comfortable doing that, or I'm not into that. But what role can I play in this? How can I help you with this?
Yeah.
So to speak on the podcast, we gain tools for whatever it is, conversation, for interviews later, and other podcasts, like he said, showing people how to do certain things. The how-tos. Like, you gain tools, and you gain a lot of tools of doing one thing, which is the podcast. Like you said, this feels automatic.
We're on autopilot.
We're on autopilot.
We really are, though.
And then we learn another thing. Have you seen us? We don't stop. We learn, then we apply it on the next one. It's not. There's no break.
Best way.
Okay, you learn another thing, you apply it on the next one. And
Yeah.
keep going.
That quote that says like knowledge is power?
Yeah.
I hate that quote. Because it's not knowledge is power, it's applied knowledge that's power.
That's true.
Yeah. What's up? Ooh.
Yeah, because
He came to rap
What's the
today.
point?
that's bars.
Yeah. What's the point of knowing that you're not gonna do
No,
anything?
and you don't
with
use
it?
it.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
But also let's give a shout out to you that you said that, yo, you never told your boys this or told the podcast this.
Right.
This is just a regular podcast.
Yeah,
like you just shared some new info. Like that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But but I would say, do we agree on that? On the tool
I would
thing?
agree with it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like we've learned so many things, not just from the pod either,
Yeah.
like from everything that we've done.
Yeah.
We've learned so many things that when we encounter someone who has a question or concern or just is interested, we're able to pay it forward, give them the information and be like, all right, well, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. You're trying to do that. This is how we did it then. Maybe try that, see if it works for you.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't continue doing a certain journey doesn't mean that we don't have the knowledge still that we can pay it forward to other people.
Yeah.
So
And plus like communication skills, public speaking skills,
Yeah.
social media skills.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
editing, the whole nine.
Editing,
There's a lot of
yeah.
different skills
That's what I'm
that
saying.
go
It's a
along
whole
with it.
lot
Yeah.
of tools off of one main thing,
Yeah.
or like my brother here said, just off of the things we have done up to so
The
far.
experiences we've gained.
I always say like
Beautiful.
people see the finished product, but they never see the
That work. There's so much work
man.
behind it,
There's a
right?
lot of
Like so
work,
much
man.
more to get like that last piece. Another thing is the feeling of like how Enif said, when somebody asks you, at least for me, it feels good to share your knowledge.
To have the
you
answer
know
for
why?
it.
Because
Yeah.
at a certain point, I wanted to know it. And people didn't, or we wanted to know it. People didn't have the. We learned through trial and error.
Yeah.
But if we can avoid that headache for someone else, why not?
Yeah, you guys became resourceful.
Yeah.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got words resourceful, bro.
Yeah, I be reading,
Become
man. I be
resourceful.
reading.
Jerp and resourceful.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I learn how to say the word. To circle back to you, kind of. So let me ask you a question, because I don't think we've mentioned this. Do you work directly with people? And I'll explain. Do you just kind of use your life as the teacher, and then your post and stuff, and then whoever follows you learns from you and how you lead your life, or you have clients that you meet on a regular basis and just work on their positivity in their lives?
Yeah, so with my productivity coaching, like most of my clients have been from either social media or referrals.
Okay,
Right?
perfect.
So what happens is that how this whole thing started was I was trying to create an online business.
Right.
I was forcing it.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
And then I got away from taking care of me.
Okay.
Then I was like, you know what? Let me just take care of myself and show my progress on social media. I don't even call it social media anymore. I call it business media.
As it should be. Because we good on the social over here.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, like after a couple like months of being consistent and getting results, people started DMing me like, yo, how do you have time to work out? How do you have time to work? How do you have time to be happy, still have a social life? And I was like, yo, I can show you. You just got to pay me. You know, like one of my favorite quotes was from The Dark Knight, the Joker, when he said, when you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yeah.
But listen, when I started, it was a different point. You know, like I didn't have no system. I didn't have no idea how to teach somebody how to be happy.
Yeah.
I was just like, let me share my energy and whatever experiences I had.
Yeah.
Right. And then they got results.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I can use their stories, their testimonials for the next person if the case like matches or needs be. So I've gotten to the point now where I have a lot of resources from the clients I helped out to be able to like give substance.
It goes back into your thing.
Yes.
So this was a two-part question actually, and I'm sorry I'm dragging it out.
No, you good.
With the clients and those success stories, when you work with them, is it goal-based or habit-forming? And I'll explain what I mean. Do they tell you, oh, Monge, this year I want to make $90,000, right? Or is it more of, these are the things that are not working out in my life, and I want to change my habits around them? Like, what do you attack? How they behave, or you just tell them what they need to do to get that financial goal or fit goal or whatever it is?
So first, that's a great question. Yeah. I do have to be honest with myself. If your goal is to make 90,000, I've never made that. I can't help you. I'm not your coach.
Okay.
You know, if I know somebody, I'll pass it forward, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But as far as the goals are concerned, most people have goals, but they're not clear if that's the right goal for them, right? Or even understand why they want that goal. Right? So when we work together, more so it is habit-based.
Yeah.
But once you get clarity with those habits, then the creativity starts to come through.
Right.
And then that's where like, okay, the real goals are, right? The most important thing is lifestyle change, right?
Crucial.
It's you can accomplish so much more when you're happier, when you know what you're doing with your time, and when you're excited about doing it, you know? So, like, the thing of it is that how I coach is like, I don't tell you what to do. I ask you questions for you to find out the answers for yourself.
Wow. Yeah.
You
It
know?
makes them think.
It makes them think, absolutely.
Right.
Because if I'm holding your hand, telling you to go do this or do
Yeah.
that, right? Like, they're going to be dependent on me.
Yeah.
I'm not always going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, so like they have to learn those systems and those habits on their own, and they have to decide it for themselves on their own.
And your answer might be right for you, but it might not be right for them.
Absolutely.
Versus you ask them, it's gonna stem from them what they want. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And
that's nice.
and I give scenarios based off of my experience, based off of other
Success
clients'
story.
experience. Yeah, absolutely. Because like my one life is not gonna help everybody, but I learned the communication skills, like NF said, that y'all learned, that like can transpire them to want to take action on those steps.
Right. Oh. Okay. Okay, Moon.
Good. I like
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You have any stories or maybe any I don't know, past recent experiences that you could share with us as far as how your system works for people and how you kind of unlock those things for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So one that just never leaves my mind. This has been like, well, actually two. I have two. The second one's a funny one, right? But the first one's a serious one. I had this one client that he was breaking down. He was a commission-only salesman, and he hasn't made a sale in like 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was rough on himself, right? But he wasn't aware that he was talking shit about himself. So he hits me up. He was like, yo, can we meet up? I got to let some shit out. I was like, absolutely, I got you. Go into his car. I let him rant. But it got to the point where it was just like, he's talking so much negativity about himself. I had to, it was bothering me how much he was talking shit about himself. I had to cut him off. I was like, yo, shut up. Literally.
Do that shit to you.
I had like,
You do it for pleasure. He was trying to get him somewhere.
I was like, just take a second and listen to the words that you're saying to yourself.
Right.
Because one of my favorite quotes is, words are powerful. Use them to your advantage.
Yeah.
If you're talking negative about yourself, there's no advantage.
Yeah.
Right? So he finally calmed down. And I was like, listen, we need to get you to say nice things about yourself,
Yeah.
which is hard because if you're saying all this negativity about yourself,
Especially when you're dealing with tough times.
and you're dealing with tough times,
Yeah.
it's even harder,
That's
right?
double, yeah.
So my main thing is always starting small to get the momentum started to build your wins. Once you get those wins, it's easier for you to stay consistent. So I told him, yo, just get a piece of paper and write 3 things you're grateful for. That's it. Every day. Let them be different. Right?
Right.
Like, not just grateful for my family, grateful for my job, grateful for my friends. No, fuck that. Think deeper, right? Like, one of mine is I'm grateful for the wind that blows through my hair when I'm driving my car with the windows down.
Yes. Best feeling in the world when you put
you
your
don't
fingers
have
out.
hair.
Oh, I thought it was a high five.
Because it said to his hair. I was like, wait, you don't got no hair.
But the wind.
We're right here. We're
the
right
wind
here.
still hits
The wind,
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
just like when I put my hand
Yeah.
out and it goes like that.
Yeah. I thought you was going for a high five, so I went like
this
that.
hand like that.
Okay,
My
high
fault.
five. Yeah, it's
Misleading
okay.
gang.
It's okay.
I
It's
should
okay.
shut up. Go ahead.
You know, so like when you think that deep, then you can like, you know, really get the advantages of what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
You know? That was it. I was like, bro, we can't work on nothing else until you get that down. Little less than like a week later, he got it down. He was like, all right, bet, what's next? I was
Damn.
like, all right, you know what? Let's start reading a book. Now you're feeding yourself
Yes.
energy, right? You're not just seeing it, you're now feeding it, right?
Yeah.
But he's not a reader. Let's be honest.
Everybody's a
Most people
not-
aren't.
Yeah.
Most people aren't, right? So I was like, all right, let's find a book that's easy for you to want to read it. He loves sports. So I introduced him to the Tim Grover winning book.
What is
right?
that?
So this book is...
No, sports. What is that? No,
Come on.
sorry, go ahead.
But anyways, he started reading the book, kept it very simple. I was like, at least do 5 pages a day. That's it. So between both, you're not spending more than 10 minutes of your 24 hours, right? To get you some positivity. Next thing you know, he's like halfway done the book. He makes 6 sales the next month.
Nice.
Fire. Yo, shout out.
So some changed.
Shout out. Yo, his success fed both of y'all because I came back to you.
Absolutely.
And then now you're using that here, and who knows how many times you've used it.
I got a question.
That's fire.
What was more rewarding, helping him or like, I guess, some people would like
Seeing
the money.
change in them?
Yeah, or like
All the money.
what was more rewarding to you?
Both.
Both? Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit
Like,
of both.
little bit of both. Bro, if I think about it, I'm just like, yo, I didn't charge him enough.
Okay.
Right.
But it wasn't for the money.
Mm-hmm.
It was to just at least get excited to help him change.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, bro, we're always gonna think our value is a lot more than what we're getting paid.
Yeah.
Right? But if you can make a difference in that person's life,
Yeah.
then that's gonna multiply.
There's also value in that.
There's value in that. I'm positive he shared his energy with somebody else, shared that book with somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like, how rewarding is that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like,
That's fire,
if
man.
I can be real, money is up there as like right next to breathing,
Yeah.
right? But like, because of the money, you want to do more impact,
Yeah.
Yeah. You
You
have
know?
more means to do
more
so.
means
Yeah,
to do
that's
so.
fire.
Absolutely, yeah,
That's good, man.
yeah.
And then what was your other story?
Yeah.
So
other
the other story, this was a funny one. I had a client that she hated her job, like despised her job.
It's a couple of those.
Yeah, like, and it was just like to the point where her friends and family were like, "Yo, you got to quit. Like, just quit. Find another job."
Stop talking to me
Because
about
you're
this.
putting
Quit.
us down with it.
Because you're putting us, yeah, exactly, right?
You'll never believe what happened at work. No.
But here's the thing, right? She was like, yo, I need some positivity. Like, can we work together? All this stuff. I was like, absolutely. So in my mind, she paid me. What difference is it going to make that I just tell her to quit her job?
She not going to pay you.
No. That, like, the action, right? Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
the
okay.
words, right?
Yeah.
Even if you pay me, I give you the same words. It still doesn't matter, right? It's not going to be impactful enough.
Yeah.
So I randomly made this shit up. I'm being 100% honest. I was like, yo, why don't we just get excited about quitting? I was like, why don't we just throw an imaginary I quit party? How would that look like? Just envision it. She was like, yo, I would have a cake that says, fuck you, I'm out. She was like, I'm going to have balloons with the middle fingers on it. Yo, she got so hyped
Yeah.
to the point where now she doesn't have any pressure about applying for another job.
Yeah.
It was also because it was during the worldemic, and like it does pay her well. She has her apartment. It's a computer job. Like she's
Desk
at home.
job,
Desk
yeah.
job. Yeah, exactly.
She's home.
She's home, so like it does have everything under control.
Yeah.
But she wasn't happy.
But you made her excited
I
about
got her.
the next step.
Exactly,
fire.
right? So a week later, or maybe 2 weeks, can't remember exactly, but she gets a new job that pays her more, and she's happy about it.
Fire.
Damn.
Fire. Yo, shout you out, Mo. Yeah.
That's how you do that.
What do you think, James?
Bring Monge into your life if you want to change your life. You heard?
Hey, man.
You about to get some clients.
So
That boy
it's
up.
just awareness and excitement, and having a direction will get you to change.
Now let me ask you this question, because you said when you randomly came up with it, what made you think to go, let's throw an imaginary quitting party?
Because I know excitement gets people to move.
So you just wanted to spark a fire,
Yeah.
this little candle lit.
Voila.
Damn.
I guess losing the fear for change too.
That's deep, because I think we all have that, where we fear change, especially like uncomfortable change. When you're I'm guessing she was very comfortable with the job.
Yeah.
Having to lose that, maybe the amount of money she was making, having to lose that kind of money,
Switching your routines.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Uncertainty scares people. And changing brings uncertainty because you don't know if you're diving into something new. You don't know what that's gonna be like. But that was smart. Wow,
Yeah,
man,
that
that's
was
fire.
that was
bro.
really good, man.
Yeah, that's
that was
fire.
really good.
Special appearances by it's thundering.
That's what that light was.
Yeah,
Where's that
yeah,
light coming from?
Yeah, it's thundering.
That was God clapping for your movie.
That was one time.
Now that's dope, man. I like that.
fire,
I
bro.
love that you were able to, which again goes to show that like we're all creative in our own way.
Yeah.
Like you created that out of just your knowledge of not knowing what that was gonna do, but your intention was to spark that. You didn't know if it was gonna do it or not. It was
Yeah.
like an attempt to see is it gonna work or not. But it's your intention was let me try to spark a fire. Let me try this first. You were creative with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have thought of that. Like I would have just been like, damn, you hate your job. That sucks. I feel you.
telling me about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you. Like I know what it's like to
Yeah.
to hate the job, and it's like it's hard for anyone. Like she never would have thought of that on her own. So to get an outside source to come in and look at her picture and be like, try this, and then it works
That
for
was
you.
fire.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
That's incredible, bro.
So let me give an example, right? Like when I sold my bodega, I was depressed, right? Because all the money that I saved up went into it and I lost it. The time, my energy, I put my soul into that spot.
Yeah.
I was depressed. I had to go get a job.
Yeah.
How was I going to apply for jobs while I'm being depressed?
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, I needed to learn that I need to make myself happy first before I can go get a job.
Yeah.
And then I started small, just like everything. What at that current moment was making me happy? And that was working out. So I was working out like once or twice. Then I just amplified that up to like 5 or 6. And then next thing you know, like I have the people from that community, the people from that environment that are all positive, all making changes to their body, they're all pushing themselves. Like now I'm there and I'm seeing it, I'm witnessing it. That got me happy. Then from there, opportunities started to come, you know? So not that I knew her shoes,
Yeah.
because I don't know how to work a desk job and like how to do corporate and all this stuff, right? But I knew that like just changing the state, getting excited or getting happy first before the change would make it easier.
You said something key too. You said, you know, because you like to work out, you know, you went to the gym, you surrounded yourself with people who are advocating change and they're changing their body and pushing. So in a way, you're putting yourself in a positive environment on what it is that you want to attract, which is change, down to the people. Look, and this is no offense to anybody. There's a lot of people I could not talk to after today. And I think I would be okay. I'm not saying anybody specific, but there's just people in my life, right? But for example, these two guys, I know it gets repetitive, but it's just true. They're so moved forward, right? And that clicks with me. And I feel like I'm the same way. So much that just being around them, right, sparks like creativity. Even if let's say I have a mental block here. I want to make a song or something. And I'm just having a brain fart. It's just not going anywhere. I just need to step into this man's studio. I promise you. And have him say, yo, so I did this today. You know, it's missing a couple things, but whatever, right? Is that a good impression? He'll play it. Not only will we add to it right there, right? We'll say the words, okay, this is a flow. Blah, 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 blah. Look how fast that happens. And that happens and if we're talking about the man to my left, he just has to hear the beat and it'll be 3 minutes. You got the song made, bro. So listen, how can I lose with this type of people around me? And how can I feel like I'm just gonna keep my hands in my pocket around these people? I can't. I gotta be in that car with them, pushing that.
Yeah.
And anybody else that's not gonna do the same thing can run behind it. You feel me? So you said something key. It's just surrounding yourself with what you want out of life. If you surround yourself with a bunch of people who's been doing the same thing their whole life and they're stagnant and they're not moving anything, guess what? Unless you have the almighty will inside you to bring yourself up and carry them, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
With that, one of the things that it's difficult to do is when you work in a group of people, and that group of people fall off, or they're just no longer interested in whatever project you're building.
Yeah.
If that was your project and you really care about it, you have to learn how to keep going on your own.
Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
true.
At least in my opinion, I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of us, we become dependent of the people that are on the same path as us.
Yeah.
So when we don't have them, we don't know where to go, and it's like, where the hell were you going before?
Yeah, it's also
You know what I'm
bad, I
saying?
guess.
So it's really good to like, yeah, be part of the pack, but you also have to be leading your own way as you go. Because when everybody falls off, where are you going if you're just following the pack? And the pack's no longer there. You know, you got to be like, I'm going to hate to say this because we don't really like to talk like this, but God forbid something happens to both of us tomorrow. You would have to, and I would have to, if something happens to you guys, be able to overcome the fact that you guys are no longer in the picture, and I have to figure out a way to keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
Because otherwise, then, if I'm not leading my own path, bro, somebody else is going to come and lead it for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say it should start with you, and
Yeah.
then you should.
And
be
then
able
if
to
it
give
falls
that out.
to the people around you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's a good spark if you don't have that, because clearly if you have that already, then what I'm saying doesn't matter. But if you're in the type of position like you were speaking, that you were depressed, you were down, obviously you're going through something. Obviously you haven't equipped yourself with moving forward in those moments, right? And what you did was surround yourself around people that were advocating change, this and the third, and it sparked you to do that. And it has a point. You should learn from that. You should just equip yourself and then win with those people, whatever the case may be, but also be ready for the worst case scenario, which would be splitting from those people. And that's not always a bad thing. It's just the way life takes us.
Yeah.
He might move to Costa Rica tomorrow and the feds might look from there.
My
and
bad.
then
I wasn't sure.
Wow.
That last part. Now.
and
Just
then
kidding.
and then there wasn't
I got to change my blues on now.
there wasn't anything negative that happened between us. It's just where life was taking him and where life took us
Yeah.
individually, right? So I guess both are important. Yeah.
To add to that, one of my favorite quotes is, "If it is to be, it is up to me."
Oh my.
Hey, hit him again. Hit him again.
He came in here with the whole bar.
Verdadera Barras by Monge, sponsored also by Monge.
That's extremely dope, man. I like your experience that you shared before this, before we had that conversation, because I think that's really cool. I love the creativity behind it. I love that it's not like written in a book on like how to. It came from you on like, one, your experiences, and two, just analyzing the situation you were presented with. You were able to just analyze it, decompose it, and then being like, all right, this is what I could try. Let's start here. And shit, on the first one, sparks the fire. Like, that's dope, bro.
That's
So,
fire. Yeah.
That's dope.
good for you on that, man. Look,
Yeah.
I kept looking at my notes because I do have some questions that I would like for you to kind of answer for us
Yeah.
and for the people.
Yeah.
Just because we've run a little tight on time. You've been tracking it?
Yeah, I'm trying
Right.
to.
So I don't want to like tell you what to do because it's your job.
For now.
The lawyer's still back there. He watching. He ready. He ready for the word.
As soon as I say something wrong.
Lawyer! So, Manji, the first question on here is going to be, one, have you ever watched our podcast previous episodes, right? That's one. With that same question, what do you like about it if you have seen it? And what don't you like about it if you have seen it? If you haven't seen it, ignore the two questions. But if you have seen them, what do you like about them and what don't you like about it?
So I watched the first 2 or 3
Episodes?
episodes.
Okay.
And the reason being is because I love supporting people when they start something new,
Nice.
right? Like, especially,
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
support
Thank
too,
you, man.
yeah, yeah, especially new, right? Like,
Yeah.
and plus, I know you guys, I'm getting to know you.
Right, right.
I know these two, right? So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The energy's there, man.
absolutely. Appreciate that. Now, the thing of it is that, like, the topics, like, that you guys are expressing at the moment is not what I am feeding myself with.
Right.
Right? So I haven't continued listening to it.
Yeah.
But I am always vigilant of what you guys are doing. Right? So like legitimately you guys are consistent with your posting, consistent with this and everything like that. Your views have gone up, your likes have gone up, your shares have gone up. So like that definitely means that something positive is coming out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Word.
I have listened to other podcasts and like that are getting, you know, the 100,000 million views or listens or downloads. And you guys are right freaking there, really close, you know? It's just now like allowing the consistency to kind of push you to where like you want to go to.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you think that one of the things we could do better would be stay consistent and find the pocket that's gonna keep us pushing through?
Yeah, so
You say that?
two things. One, people's attention spans are really short.
Very.
As of right now, statistically speaking,
Today's age,
it's only 6 seconds. You know who
Damn,
has?
goldfish.
Goldfish.
Yes, they're 7 seconds. They have a longer attention span than we do.
Jeez.
Wow.
Right? So the thing that I always express is try to post at the same time or day and let the people know when you're posting, you know?
So consistent on the post.
Consistent on the post, right? Like same day, same time. And of course, I mean, the content is beautiful, right? So like however the message gets out, it gets out.
Yeah.
I'm not telling y'all to change anything about that because you guys are genuine and you guys are, you know, really speaking the truth, right?
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
But as far as the algorithm goes and all that stuff, right? Like ain't no beating it, right? So like make sure you just get that down, packed easy as possible for you guys, right? The other thing is let the people know what you're gonna talk about before you drop the podcast so they can get excited to want to hear the full podcast.
So I feel I don't know. I don't know if we had this conversation or maybe maybe I just thought it in my head and never had it. But I always felt like it was better to leave it a secret, to let them watch it first and find out what we're talking about. But how do you guys feel about that?
I don't think we spoke on that, but I also don't think I put any thought to that.
Behind it?
Behind as far as timing, I see the positive in both. I see the attraction in both. One is, oh my God, what are they going to talk about this week?
Yeah.
The other is, oh, I'm interested. They said they're going to speak on these songs or they're going to speak on
that topic.
on this revolving their life, but around this topic. And I'm a very this type of topic person. So I definitely see both. It wouldn't hurt to try both. I think we do one already. We do the
Try, yeah. There you
we
go.
do the one we drop the same day. We don't tell them what we're gonna talk about.
I mean, we definitely been consistent since you took over the editing. We took a lot of weight off Rem's shoulder. He was doing a lot, working him like a horse. I mean,
Man,
he was able to do it, and then things just kept piling up. But
of 1,000
ever since you took over that, we've been consistent on releasing like on the same day. So the release is consistent, but I think he meant more like the post on the social media, around the business media.
No, but that is what I'm speaking on though.
Have you been doing that one consistently? You know, to be honest, I don't really know.
Just one episode. Yeah. I liked the one episode, yeah. But overall, yeah, same day. No, but
Same day and time.
Yeah, that's
Same-
what he's gonna say.
same day
Same
and
day and
time.
time.
same day and
I know
time.
I don't do it, so I'm out of
For
it.
for the most part, yeah. Have I slipped and done it? Let's say 2 hours later, and the episode came out like 2 hours, 3 hours later. Yes, I have. But for the most part, yeah, that intro or that advertisement goes out when it's released. But still, that's not what you're talking about. What you're saying is do a prior speak on it before we drop it. Is that what you're saying? Like.
It doesn't even have to be all of that because that's actually like more work. But like if you listen to the podcast and there's a segment that you just like, you get excited about
Yeah.
it. It's like, it's a bar, right?
Yeah.
Like anything like that. Just cut that out real quick.
Yeah.
If you drop the episode every Friday at like 9 a.m.,
Yeah.
right? Then go on Wednesday and drop that little snippet. Like, yo, here's a preview
okay.
of what we're going to do.
Oh, okay. I see
So
what you
that
mean.
basically translates to me as we need to promote our promotion videos before
That's
the
what I'm
pod
saying. So
drops.
then prior. Yeah.
Like
Which
pre,
I don't think
post,
we've been
before.
doing that.
Yeah, no,
No, we never
definitely.
tried that. That's what I'm saying. I'm
yeah,
down
yeah,
to
yeah.
try that.
And make,
Something we could
making
try,
that a
yeah.
reel. Reels right now are getting more
Yeah,
engagement.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, well, everything's a real now.
Rem cracked the
Rem cracked
real.
the algorithm.
I had the
I'm telling you,
algorithm
man.
down, and then I think the time frame switched on me. So now I'm trying to
Now you
like,
gotta find
I
it.
gotta find it again.
Yeah,
The man of
absolutely.
1,000 AKs.
Word.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, that's yeah. I think
But-
we'll try that, right?
Yeah, thank you, because that's what we need. We
Yeah.
need to, you
Honest
know,
feedback, man.
honest feedback
Yeah.
and ideas that
Yeah.
you know could only make us better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I asked also, like, what don't you like about it? So we understand what is not good, and we can try to either mold it better, right? Or if it's really like just a negligent thing, like it's really that bad, then we just scratch it overall.
Yeah.
We're in control of this. This is our business, our priority. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can control it however we want it and direct it wherever we want it to go.
Yeah.
But getting honest feedback is what's going to allow us to direct it in the right direction, I should say.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm a very systems guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know what time I'm waking up, what time I go to sleep, what I'm doing this day, what I'm doing that day. So like one of my favorite quotes is, "What gets managed gets mastered."
Oh
So-
my. I'm gonna let you go though. Go
need to
ahead,
put
bro.
him on.
Damn.
You need to throw him on the mic. Just put a
Yeah.
beat on him.
Yeah, put a
He's
beat.
ready to
Yeah.
go.
So
All
like,
bars.
so like, you know, when you create that system for you, like it just becomes easier.
The automation of it.
The
automation of
Because
it,
you're not
yeah.
changing it day by day. I can
Exactly.
see that. I can see that. That's fire.
That's fire, man.
That also helps in creating better habits overall. Because when you start creating like a specific habit, let's say waking up every day at 5 a.m. to do a specific thing, then throughout your day, you start kind of putting things on top of that. And you start creating just like habits for yourself that are daily, and you don't break them because they're already on like a pattern. You already know you're going to wake up at 5. So by 5:30, you already know you're going to be exercising or walking the dogs or whatever. By 6, you're going to be eating breakfast. By, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
like,
there's no uncertainty of what time you have to do.
you know what to expect
know what to
already
expect.
for every single second of your day. Time management is very important. I saw a thing recently that a lot of people struggle with time management, but it's because we all kind of just live sporadically, or the YOLOs, the just living in the moment people. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but you also like, you got to kind of schedule your day so you know what's priority. Start with those things, and then the random fun or unfortunate things that happen throughout the day, you know, they fall into a different time
You
frame.
can even
that-
schedule a YOLO time,
yeah,
Exactly.
which
know what I'm saying?
which should be when you're done with everything.
but you can schedule that.
You
know what
still
I'm saying?
scheduling,
yeah,
exactly, yeah.
You can schedule that. So yeah, time management, man, is very important. I wish we had kind of like spread that a little bit more during the first hour of the pod. But regardless, I think it's
We
still
didn't
a
manage our
good
time
message
right,
to give people.
Yeah,
No, I think we
man.
did, bro. I feel like I got a lot of good knowledge out of mine today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
I actually had like one more question
Yeah.
for Amanj. If you could recommend a book, because I'm gonna be honest here. I'm probably not the reader of the group. I don't really read. So if you could recommend a book for somebody who doesn't read to start with, what book would it be?
Better yet, top 3 books.
Top 3 books. Let's go there.
I got you. Well, first book to start off with is called Who Moved My Cheese?
Who Moved My Cheese?
Who Moved My Cheese? This is an 80-page book.
Oh, that's short.
It's not bad.
Not bad. It is about mindset.
Okay.
It's a funny like book about two mices, right? And there's pictures in it with quotes. So I get a lot of my bars, right?
Nice. Nice. Wait. Don't say that out loud, bro. Because we
Lawyer.
Now we good. We
Oh
covered.
yeah, facts.
We
No,
good.
facts.
covered.
yeah,
We
yeah.
covered.
Y'all pay the bill, so we good. No, the key thing about that is like you could literally, if you wanted to, if you get into the zone, read that book in one day. What did you do with that? You just build the momentum to go on to the next one. You can literally say that you read a book in a day. Statistically speaking, right now, people do not read more than one book a year.
Yeah.
So you are already better than 99% of the people, right?
Wow.
So with that one, now you got the hypeness that you read a book, right? If you want to even take it slow, because I only read 5 pages a day, right? Consistently, that's 5 to 10 books a year,
Yeah.
right? So I'm 10 times better than the people,
Yeah.
as far as statistically speaking, right? As far
Right.
as knowledge goes,
Right.
intake of knowledge. But you read that book, even if it takes you a week, like you're still ahead of the game. You got the momentum. You're excited about the next one. You're excited about the next one
Which is key.
to make the next one
Keep
easier,
going, yeah.
right? The next book I would recommend is called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Got it in English and Spanish.
My God.
And
That's
if you
that's a
need
good
that,
book.
that shit
Yeah.
right there behind you.
Well, I
dog.
got to start with the other one first.
Oh, yeah, you got you.
Absolutely. So like that book, it's an easy read because it's a creativity book. Like it's a story based. It's
a
not
beautiful
like
story.
it's not like giving you directions like do this, do that, do that. You know, and it helps build your creativity. Helps build your knowing that it's a journey.
Yeah.
Right? So then, like, you know that this path that you're doing is worth it.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you definitely need that book. And then, like, then the third book, I mean, after you read those 2 books, right? Now it's kind of like, let the third book choose you.
Okay.
You
That's
know?
fire.
So, like, for me, it was sales, right? For me, it could have been, well, it was sales. My third book was How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling, right? So that was my job. I needed that book, right?
Right.
Another book that I needed at that time was also The Miracle Morning, like how to become a morning person.
I might need to read that one.
You know, if it came to like, let's say love, right? You can read the 5 love languages, right? Like, let the third book choose you.
Yeah.
But at least with the other 2 books, you have a more positive mindset and you're excited about the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the second one, The Alchemist, is going to build your creativity and give you the reassurance that it's a journey. So it's going to be for the long haul.
It's not a race, it's a marathon.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And then from there, bro, like, you're golden.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Like
I'm
that, man.
gonna
Thank
definitely
you.
get those books, man.
Absolutely.
That's fire.
Definitely.
The first one I want to read it, even though if it's short, because I feel like having the information, it's still gonna be more empowering for me.
Yeah.
So I like that. I read The Alchemist before. I like that book a lot. He actually has a couple other books
Oh, yeah,
that are
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I think you put me onto one of them.
Oh, the 4 agreements.
The 4 Agreements.
Yeah.
Got that too if you need
So-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, like overall, man, thank you again for being here. Where can the viewers find you to connect with you online, wherever?
Yeah, I am mostly on Instagram, Andrew Monge _. That's Andrew MONGE _
show.
Joe.
We're gonna give you a whole intro.
Absolutely. And to add to that, right?
Yeah.
Like as far as like the people watching and wanting to reach out, let me leave you with another quote. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Right?
That's a good one.
You can take that literally. Like if you don't open up your mouth and eat, you're gonna
Yeah.
die. Or if you don't ask the question, I mean the answer is always gonna be no.
Reach out, yeah.
Right? So like reach out. I just wanna start a conversation, a communication, and then see how we can add value to each other.
Right. Man, that's fire.
Bro, you
man.
definitely came on here
Hey,
and
yo,
added value
Monge.
to us and our podcast, our viewers, man. So thank you
Yes,
again, bro.
sir.
Absolutely.
Much
guys.
appreciated.
Shout you out,
Appreciate it.
man. Yeah, this been beautiful, man. I like those books here. I want to read the Miracle Morning you said,
Miracle Morning, yep.
and the first one you said.
Need that one.
I need that one.
Nah,
I want it.
he needs it.
Yeah,
I might need it too. I might need it.
I am not a morning person, man.
Let that be the last time you ever say that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, facts.
The moment you say I am a morning person, you begin to like resonate
Yeah.
with it, and you start waking up early
Yeah, that's true.
because you become that.
I've actually read that and I didn't put it into motion. See? So you're right. Monge, it's been great having you.
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know if my partners here have anything else for you.
Anything else?
I ain't got nothing, man. That's
Anything
the man
else?
right there, man.
Good, man. I
Anything
appreciate
else?
this.
Anything else? So
I'm good over here.
So in good fashion, how we end every episode, we want everybody to share, subscribe.
You're gonna like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Bro,
He struggles.
That's his thing.
you see?
It's my fault.
He tried to take your words and then mess it up.
Please don't find me.
It's okay. Lawyer, put the book back. It's fine. It's fine. It's a mistake. Guys, thank you again for being with us. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you find any value on the video today.
Go follow.
Go follow Monge.
Yo,
Definitely.
comment your favorite quote underneath.
Oh yeah, word.
Yes,
word.
yes.
Las barras.
Las barras
It
del
was
día.
all fire.
Get one of these. One time. But thank you again for being part of Just a Regular Podcast with us, Monge. Again, we're very thankful and grateful that you're
Yes,
here
sir.
today.
It was dope. Thank you, guys.
We look forward to seeing a lot more of your success as you
man.
keep becoming what I believe already great person that you are, man.
For sure.
So
For
thank
sure.
you
For
again.
sure.
Sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Give me
it.
the air one. Give me the air one.
Let's go.
And we want to see you here again. We want to see your growth and we want you to see our growth. All right?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. You got to come back.
You got to come back for the 100th episode celebration that we're gonna have.
Ooh, let it be documented.
already-
yeah,
it's
it's
already-
documented.
it's already
Set in
official.
stone, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
As always, man, peace and love.
Peace and love.
We out.
Sonidos de la cultura.